And what's up? It's Zach Z to P with another episode of Three P's in a Pod. It's been a long day, y'all. Sorry, it's been a couple days since the last video. I just want to do some more research. March Madness been going on. The standings are set right now. We have a couple thrillers going on right before you know Selection Sunday, and but it's just been a wild week. Everything's going incredible. I just think it's the perfect time to go ahead and do a video on the upcoming 2026 NBA mock draft. And I know it's been a lot of talk about this draft, in particular about AJ Dybansta and Cam Boozer and Darren Peterson, the top three, and Caleb Wilson been getting his love a lot too recently, especially before his injury. Sorry to see him go down, but that's what I want to get into today. And I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Start liking and subscribing. Get at me and let me know what y'all think. But we're gonna get straight up into it. Right now, I really don't do my mock draft based off like how everybody else do theirs. Like they do it based off the standings now. But in 2019, like the NBA put in a rule where they flatten the odds, where not just because you have the sorriest team doesn't mean you're gonna get the number one pick. And they did that to try to stop tanking, but it really didn't work. That's why they still having problems with tanking now. I'm trying to figure out what they're gonna do with it now. But in that case, ever since then, number one team usually doesn't. I mean, the worst team doesn't usually get the number one pick. So this is what I have right now. I believe the Nets are gonna get the number one pick, and they're gonna get AJ Dybansta. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and go through the whole thing. Then I'm gonna break down each player. Because I know it might be surprising, like seeing this. But anyway, yeah. So for number one, I got the Nets going with AJ Dybansta. I got the Bulls getting a number two pick. Every year it seems to be like a mid lottery jump, and I think this is the perfect team for the Bulls. I mean, perfect, yeah, team for the Bulls to go ahead and get a nice young piece to go ahead and build around, have some atmosphere there. I know the fans are suffering, and it's just gonna be good for the NBA overall just to have new faces in that city. Good new faces, having it potentially being a playoff team in the future, building buzz around that market is just only gonna make it better for every other team, for us fans as well. I think that the same about the Nets because the Nets have a pretty big market in Brooklyn, and I believe they deserve another young star. Sorry, y'all, tired, but yeah, I think the Kings getting the third pick. They're gonna go ahead and go with Darren Peterson. I mean, like, why not? Especially he's on the board. It's like it's a steal almost, especially for their franchise. I got a little sad there just thinking about him going to their franchise because I don't know. I don't want to down talk a lot of franchises. I don't want to down talk a lot of players. But at the same time, I want to be real and be myself. And like me, myself, I just think that is I don't know. It hasn't been a very well ran organization since around the Chris Webber days. I remember Chris Webber, he's one of my favorite players to watch growing up. But ever since then, I mean, I like seeing Boogie there. He was a good player there. IT played there. Tyreek Evans, with Darren Fox and Sabonis those days. But it's just like always, I don't know, spaced out, partial, hit and miss, and lot a lot more miss than hit, especially in their case. And especially lately, they went out and got DeRozan and a whole lot of Chicago East based, I mean Chicago West basically. But I don't want to get into a deep dive on the Kings, but hopefully this the pick that changes their organization around. But for number four, I got the Pacers getting it, and I got them selecting Caleb Wilson. I got the Grizzlies getting number five pick, selecting Keaton Wagler. Number six, the Mavericks getting Kingston Fleming. Number seven, the Wizards getting Mikael Brown. Number eight, the Bucks getting Darius Acuff. Number nine, the Hawks getting Braden Berries. Number 10, the Jazz getting LeBaron Fallon. Number 11, the Hornets getting Nate Ament. Number 12, the Hawks getting Coy Pete. Number 13, the Clippers. Well, I believe that Clippers pick goes to OKC, if I'm not mistaken. And number 14, the Blazers getting Amari Allen. Um, this is the mock draft that I have. Remember, we're gonna get it into a deep dive right after this break. Give me 1 second. Okay, now we back. But yeah, I know I just gave y'all a lot of information, a lot of names. I don't know how familiar y'all are with these players. I don't know how many of y'all or if y'all watch NCAA basketball. Uh I am a fan of college basketball. I haven't watched as many games as I wanted to this season, but I have seen a lot well enough, especially of these players, because coming into the season, you know this was gonna be one of the most touted draft class. You know, a lot of people was interested in, who's coming into the league and what this draft class has to offer, because they wasn't saying it was just top heavy, even though it is very top heavy. Like the names at the top are very like they're hitters out. Like four players can be number one pick in any other draft in the NBA history. That's just my honest opinion. But like it's deep as well. And that's what I want to get into this video, especially not just the players that I named on this lottery board right here, but also some sleepers that other people might not be paying attention to. So the first pick on the board, we said my boy AJ. Let me see. Okay, first pick on the board, AJ Dybansta. He is a 6'9" forward. He has a slender frame. I can't remember how much he weighs, but he's averaging 25.3 points a game, 6.7 rebounds, and 3.8 assists. 51.3 field goal percentage, 34% from the three, and 76% from the free throw. He's also averaging 1.1 steals. From watching AJ this year, he's very deserving of being the number one pick. Honestly. Like, dude, cold as fuck. Like, going to the gym, growing up and watching basketball in Memphis, like one of the players like had the whole gym live height. Talking about three, damn, oh yeah, like he one of them. He an instant highlight, he a highlight reel walking, and he has that dog in him. I believe he has that will, that motor to want to get better. But I just want to talk about his game because I've seen him. What I wanted to see, what I be watching, player like that get a lot of hype. I wanted to see how the ball is in his hand, like how he deals with double teams, and he can split the double team. He has a good handle for his size, especially. He can play make for his size. Got good court vision. He has a mid range game. Has a lot of skill. Especially that's why I say he has to be the number pick because his skill level is almost next level. I believe it's pro ready already, pro level already. His hesitation, stop start, has a nice pivot foot. His athleticism, he is an amazing slasher. Driving dunk on 2K probably be insane. Handle, like I said, he has a nice handle, has a jumper, pull up, shoot off the dribble, and he can shoot his free throws. He gets a lot of contact, so he's gonna be one of the players that gets to the line for the team. And I believe, especially at the next level, that's really gonna help him score a lot of points. And that's really gonna help his team. Like everybody loves free throws, man. It just boosts your team. He leads D1 in scoring. He's Big 12 Freshman of the Year. He has 24 games scoring over 20 plus points. Uh, Game high 43 versus Utah. 40-point game in Big 12 tournament and Big 12 tournament. He actually just broke KD record with 90. He has 93 points in tournament game history. Just previously broke KD record of 92. Like I said, Big 12 Freshman of the Year, Big 12 first team. Career highs is 43 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists, and they're in separate games. But he actually does have a triple double: 33 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and on high efficiency as well: 85%, 67, and 82 splits. Yeah. So yeah, he shot 68% from the field on that triple double, and he also had let me see. Oh my bad, reverse. 33, 10, and 10 on yeah, he shot 85% from the field. 67% from the three, which is incredible, especially for his size. He's known to be a slasher. See if pull up some, because I can't give y'all much footage because copyright and all that. But see if I give y'all some. Oh my goodness, y'all! I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah. I ain't gonna be able to get y'all no film on it. Not right now, they showing ass. I don't want no copyright. But yeah, AJ is a nice player. Like I said, smooth, shifty, score at all three levels. He has the size and the motor to be a great defender at the next level. He's my favorite to be number one. Like I said, for the Nets franchise, they need it over there. Really don't matter if you get the number one pick, who you pick out of these three guys, but I believe this is like they have Michael Porter Jr., but it's AJ, man. Like, what are you gonna do? I believe they'll work well off each other, especially Michael being more of a shooter and 3-point shooter scorer. AJ being more of a going downhill, headed to the paint, attacking, getting in your grill. He can do those other things. Many comps say he's more like a T Mac, and I actually can honestly see that. He's just a beast. He nasty, man. He cold. Um, sorry, I'm trying to pull up some film later on, but if I can get it, but I want to keep going into the video. But next, I feel like let me see. Yeah, next on the board, we had Cam Boozer going to the Bulls. I feel like honestly, like that makes a lot of sense. Like it always be some story line, something that makes it like, oh my goodness. Well, except for last year with the, I don't know, is it because of how disappointing they said the talent was in that draft? They didn't do as much promotion, or I don't know what it was. But with the Wimby thing, Spurs, and the French relationship and ties and history and how that meant to both sides and all that. And just these storylines. And I feel like in this draft, Cam Boozer will be one of those ones with his dad playing for the Bulls and he just playing for Duke like his dad did, him and his brother. I feel like it just makes so much sense with the Bulls rebuilding right now and tanking formation full on bloom. They have a nice core with Matas Buzelis. I actually like him at the power forward. He's a shifty player, athletic as well, attacks the rim, and he's that pick from last year's draft. Has a nice year too. I believe with Josh Giddey, I don't know what their roster is gonna look like next year with them picking up all those guards, Colin, Jay Ivey, and who else did they get? Colin Sexton, Jay Ivey, and I know they got like they traded Kobe White and they got who is their third? Oh, Anthony Simons. So I don't know if all three are gonna be back next year, but it really doesn't matter. I know they just gave Josh Giddey that contract last season. He has a 4-year contract, and Matas is still on his rookie deal. Just adding him to that mix and in his rebuilding form, I believe it'd just be good for the city. He's a special talent. Um, right now, Cam is averaging 22 points. Well, I'm gonna round up 23 points a game, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 57% from the field, 40% from three, 78% from the free throw, 1.5 steals. And Cam gets a lot of flack because people say he's not this uber athlete, that he's not super athletic, he's not super explosive, and this, that, and the third. But Cam has a nice game. He has a very high IQ. He knows how to put the ball in the hoop. He knows how to get to his spots. He knows how to shift his weight around and use his height and his strength well against the defenders and bigger defenders and smaller defenders. Like, he's very talented. And I believe that organization needs a player like that to lock in around. He has great footwork, post moves. Like I said, he's very physical. He knows how to use his strength well. He will drive in your chest, like he'll put that joint in your chest. Uh, he'll bump you down, like he'll back you down for sure, for sure. He'll, like, I don't know, he put that caboose on you, no scrape. Uh, but he has good footwork on both sides of the ball, not just offense, just in the post and moving around defenders and getting the up and unders, but also on defense. I seen him like move laterally and get around. So yeah, he's talking about not athlete just because he doesn't have this super explosive vertical, but he knows how to use what he has well, and that is a good sign, especially at a young age. He's so young; he only has room to grow. He's, I believe, like only 19 years old. Um, like I said, he has a high IQ. He has a good placement, an idea of where he is on the court, where the ball is on the court, where his teammates are on the court. Not saying that he's gonna be a Nicola, but I believe he's gonna be a very good passer in this league. Like, he keeps his eyes open for his open teammates, and he has a little handle on them. It's not just like he's like just sitting down in the post and waiting for the ball. No, he actually knows how to use the ball and knows what to do with the ball when it's in his hand. I'm not gonna say he's Kyrie Irving. No, not at all. Don't come expecting it at all. But he knows how to dribble the ball. And knows how to not to get around probably a double team or two. Honestly, he attacks the rim. He can drive and attack the rim. He shows flashes of explosion. He's a very good rebounder. Um, Active hands on defense, like I said, especially it goes well with his footment placement and his lateral mobility. Um, Runs fast. He runs the fast break well. I'm using my little book, y'all. I got the notes for. I got the work. I told you I did the homework. We being technical. You know what's going on. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to keep it on my composure on for y'all now. I just got off the long shift at work. We ain't gonna talk about that. Y'all already know how it is. Uh, he's strong. He's skilled. Has a nice standing dunk. They talking about he can't get up there. Like I said, he shows very good flashes of explosion. Uh, he's not just sitting in the post. Like I said, he has a good idea of like where he is on the court, where the ball is, and where he needs to be. Um, can handle the double team. Operates well in the clog paint. Like, he knows how to not just get stuffed, not get blocked, not just have the offense stagnant. Even if they do a wall up on him, he knows how to operate in it. Knows how to get around it, and he showed me that in Duke, and he only has room to grow in the NBA. So I'm ready to see that. He's the ACC Player of the Year, Freshman of the Year, first team All ACC. Career high games. He had 35 points. His career high blocks is 3. Career high in rebounds is 15. Career high in steals is 5. He's had 11 or more rebounds 14 times in 14 games. So, like I said, he's a very good rebounder. He has a very good all around game, all over. Like I really, I'm really just ready to see the Bulls have somebody good, somebody, not just. I ain't gonna even be. I ain't gonna be disrespectful like that. I'm trying to pull up this video for Cam. My bad, but I'm really just ready for the Bulls to have somebody nice, like, you know what I mean. Not just saying that Giddy and all these guys and the runs they've been having haven't been. They've been mediocre. Just being honest, they've been very mediocre. I know a lot of Bulls fans. They've been livid about this, and they deserve this. Honestly, Bulls need something really good over there. It's just about time. I'm just being honest. Like I ain't got to sugarcoat shit. Like we know what's going on over there, fool. Like it's really sad that they doing them folks like that. It's been like this since MJ been gone. I mean, not real since Rose. No disrespect to Rose. He just forgot. It's just been a little minute. People forget. Not like that. It just people be forgetting. I know I do. I go tell y'all why. Easy though. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Let me see. I'm having difficulty with this video. With video, we just gonna run through it how we supposed to, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Cause don't be expecting all this from me. Episode 2. We learning as we go. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just playing, y'all. I'm gonna get it right for y'all. I love my fans. Uh, Number 3 on the board. Unfortunately, like I'm mine, cause I want to play you a good song. I don't know what to say, man. Just hug your family, man. Just get ready for the long haul. Cause it's up to you. It's up to this young man, whichever young man they get drafted to this team in this draft. Like honestly, it's up to you. You can be the one to turn this franchise around. You can make a shit sandwich out of shit. No cap. You know what I'm saying? Well, whatever that saying go, you can do that. You can do it. Whatever. But for real though, the Kings, the Kings. Yeah, it's over with. I really feel sorry for any player that got to go there. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all because I haven't seen any reason to be optimistic about this franchise in the past 2, 3 years. Trading away Halliburton first. Okay, then you got Sabonis. They had a little playoff run off that, maybe 1 year lost to the Warriors, and it made up for it a little bit. A little bit. I don't know. Sabonis hasn't really been on the court like that. They traded away Fox, and got DeRozan in the offseason, which really didn't work out. That's why Fox axed out, and they traded to get Zach LaVine. Like they didn't just see Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan struggle in the East together for about 4 years, barely making a play in, and they decided to do that in the even more difficult conference. So yeah, I don't know. But we don't know what they're doing with Keegan Murray. He has just disappeared over there. Honestly, he has showed very good flashes his rookie season and progressing. But like I said, with a franchise like that, you don't know what's going on. You don't know if they're feeding them winning ideas, worth ethics, worth like any like I don't know because if they were, it would show on the court. You would think, and with their players, um, I just don't know. In the past 15 years, I don't know if you can name besides De'Aaron Fox, but no, that was the question I was gonna ask. In the past, like if ever since I was watching basketball, but like in the past 15 years, can you name any consistent homegrown all stars that they have consistently produced? Like, okay, you got DeMar Harkins' cousin, and they're spaced out years before apart from De'Aaron Fox. So, who do you think the next All Star is going to come? When do you think the next All Star is going to come through there for them and be an All Star for their team and actually make this team relevant? So that's why I said whoever get drafted here has a heavy burden, a lot of weight, a lot to put on their shoulders. Like maybe they can be the player that makes the Kings want to be different, or makes the Kings want to put a good contending franchise out there on the court for years to come. And I just don't know. But if anybody can do it, I know it's Darren Peterson. When I tell you this is one of the most spectacular athletes I have ever seen, one of the most tantalizing, one of the most sought after prospects in the draft. And I know we are on the third pick now, and I did not do any of those introductions and preludes for any other player. But that is the depth of this situation of just how bad just how ass this franchise is, and just how golden goose egg that this pick would just so happen to drop in their lap. Any top three pick to drop in their laps, it is crazy to think about what they could bring to the NBA. The Kings having any one of these players. So I'm saying, if anybody could do it, it is most definitely Darren Peterson. He is 6'6", 205 pounds. He's averaging 20 points a game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists on 45, 38, 82 splits. And for people who don't know what that means, it's 45% from the field goal, 38% from the three, and 82% from the free throw. And I like to include free throw shooting, especially in college players, because I believe that is a good prelude and a determiner of how good their game would translate to the next level, how good their shot, especially their jumper, would translate to the next level. If you're a good free throw shooter, I believe you'll be a good shooter overall at the next level. So Darren Peterson, like I just said, just listed off, and this is why I'm so irritated by this video play, because those highlights I wanted y'all to see. I wanted y'all to see just how what the fuck he is. Like that's all. Like that's all I have to say. Before I get into it, I'm just getting to it. He has good hands, active hands on defense. Actually, and for his size, he's 6'6", 205. Nice wingspan. He has the great physicals to be a good defender at the next level. He's in the size of the Michael Jordan's, Kawhi Leonard's, the Kobe Bryant's. That's his frame. And he has a smooth handle, like very smooth handle. Like he has an elite handle already at a young age. Um jump up jumper, pull up jumper, off the dribble, off the catch, all that Yaga sniper, he's sniping it. Is there. He liked it, like for real. Yeah, money. He can drop fouls. He gets a lot of contact because he's a herky jerky player. He likes to attack the rim. He likes to drive and do these layups where he's just spinning and twerking his body. His body control is amazing. Amazing. Um, Mid range game, especially for his age at that level. Court vision, I would like to see him pass a little bit more, but I believe he's gonna be a point guard at the next level. He's gonna be a two or three, but most likely a two. Can play. He very much so an off ball player. He can play off the ball. Like you can have him on the ball. He's gonna score that. He's gonna make sure he makes correct play. He's very fast. He's an explosive athlete. Shifty. Can switch hands. He's second team, all Big 12, all freshman. Career highs of 32 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. Not a lot there on him is film. The way it is, there's a lot of film on him. Not say that. It's just because he's only played like 12 or 11 games out of the possible games that they have. They could have played like 28 or 32, and he's missed a lot of fourth quarters because he's dealing with a hamstring injury, and that's what he's been getting a lot of flack for. And it's okay, because I don't want to see him go out there and hurt it worse. Like I believe he's actually monitoring this injury. I don't believe he just out. He just not getting in the game. I believe he actually wants to play, but he's dealing with a hamstring. We've seen a numerous amount of hamstring injuries in the NBA, especially of recent years. It's growing, and they haven't really solved it. With a hamstring, it's not like a bone. It's not. It's a muscle, so you really don't know when it's gonna heal. So, well, tendon. So you really just don't know when it's gonna heal. So, hopefully by the draft, he's fully healthy and he has a good healthy season next year because he's gonna need it, especially for the Kings. Okay, next on the board we have this prospect, Caleb Wilson, who actually did just go down with an injury to end his college career. It wasn't not said like that. He just had just to sit out the rest of the year as he decided to rehab and get ready for the draft. Caleb Wilson, I'm not gonna lie, I love AJJ, I love Cam, I love Darren. You just seen this the interlude I gave for Darren. But this next guy, he's one of my favorite players, if not my favorite player in this draft, just because I know how much glazing that the other three are getting right now. So, like Caleb, like boy, dog, like athlete, explosive, like putting them yams on you, most definitely gonna have some Blake Griffin moments. He's gonna be a highlight reel. He's gonna be a posterizer. He's gonna put them nuts on a nigga head. No cap. My bad. He gonna be a human highlight reel. Cause like I just hope the league ready for this one because he's 6'10. He 215. He averaging 20 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists on 58% from the field goal and 32% from the three. So okay, he's gonna be a power forward. And 32% ain't that bad. He has room to improve. Cause you know why? Like I said, where is his I would put that on there. But anyway, he's a great defender. He's averaging 1.3 blocks and 1.4 steals a game. His last game was I think February 10th. He's a like I said, he's an athlete. He's athletic, very athletic. Standing dunk, like he getting up there, yeah, yam, driving dunk, yam, attacks the rim, yam, transition score, yam. Rebounder, very good rebounder, an offensive round rebounder. That means he will, when you miss, get that joint. And what's going to happen, guy? Yam! Come on now. Very physical. He plays in contact. So what does that mean, guy? He gonna get to the rim because he gonna yam on you. He gonna get an and one. I can see that a lot in his future. So that's very good. So even if his three doesn't really just translate or get any better from, say, he gets to the league and be a 33% 3-point shooter for the rest of his career. It's really not bad, especially for a power forward. Honestly, I'm not gonna say it could be better, but it's really not bad. But he's gonna get his 3-point opportunities elsewhere because he's gonna get a lot of contact. He's gonna get to the paint. He's gonna make you foul him. He's gonna get a lot of fouls in the game. Um, he actually has a nice handle for his size. Like I said, when I say that, I'm not saying he's Kyrie Irving. I'm not saying he's Darren Williams because I know how people be. I'm just saying that he's not just gonna be lost and just waiting for you to hand him the ball and doesn't know how to operate with it in his hand. Like he actually can get through a double team. He can split a double team. I've seen it before a couple of times. He's a lob threat for sure because he's very athletic. He has a high vertical. He's a very good screener. He has nice footwork. He has his post move, so he's score down low more than just putting it on your head. He can shoot. Nice. He has a nice jumper. He has a nice form to his jumper. He's all ACC first team. Game high of 24 points versus Kansas and 23 versus Duke. 16 rebounds game. Well, not a game. 16 rebounds. He has a game high of 16 rebounds. Game high of 6 assists. Game high of 4 blocks. Game high of 4 steals. He's averaged 11 plus blocks in 11 games. So I mean, he's averaged 11 plus rebounds in 11 games. So, yes, like I said, he's very good at rebounding. He's going to be a mover. Honestly, you remind me of KG game. I'm not going to lie. Like, we might be seeing a KG going to the league. And with the Pacers getting a player like that, like, I didn't want to, because they have Siakam, but, that team is a very young, fast-paced team. So, they honestly might run Siakam at 5 sometimes and run a small ball lineup. And Caleb is the type of player maybe that he can handle that defensive assignment or being that rim protector because he is an uber athlete. But this is just based off my, standings, because honestly, if you the Pacers, I don't know why wouldn't you take Caleb Wilson if you had the 4th pick. Like he is gonna change your franchise. And with his athleticism and his ability to, move in the pick and roll, pairing him with a player like Halliburton, a point guard that elite with those handles, with those skills, why wouldn't you give him such a gift wrap present, especially after dealing with this Achilles, after he posting the Squidward meme of SpongeBob and Patrick outside playing while he looking through the window about this how he feel about Jason Tatum and them right now. This is what's going on. So go ahead and reward that man for getting y'all to the finals because y'all know that y'all didn't expect it. So go ahead, give him this uber athlete, this special talent, this next KG in the form of Caleb Wilson. Come on, all right. Next, we have. Let me see. Make sure I got it right. I just want to be sure. Gotta be sure. Pacers, Grizzlies, Keaton Wagner. I figured as much. Okay, Keaton Wagner is gonna be a riser. I know. I'm not sure if many people know who he is. I know people in the circles I talk to really don't know much about him, but I'm gonna tell you about him. I believe he's gonna be a very good player, especially at this pick. Is if Memphis really gets it, he'll pair well with the roster next to Sid and Ja. Let me make sure. No, this no. Nope. Y'all, I'm trying to find it. Y'all, bear with me. Nope. Y'all see, I got a lot on. I got a lot of prospects. We got a lot of people to talk about. A lot of people. That is wild. You know what? I know he got to be on here because that was what was pulled up. You know what? I knew it. That was the problem, y'all. It's so very disrespectful. See, he just had a prelude too. I just had to find him. This just how it was in this draft too. This how sudden he rose up to this spot. Just that should tell you just how high of an impact performer he is. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna slow down. Been tired, but yeah, when I was doing this research and I was trying to find these stats and doing this, that, and the third, and I could not find his picture with his stats. And it just shows you that they really didn't expect much of him. And that's probably why he was hard to find in his thing right here. I forgot that they didn't have his picture because I actually like this prospect. He's very good. He's a 6'5" guard. No, actually 6'6". He's a 6'6" guard. He's 180 pounds. He's averaging 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. 45% from the field goal, 40% from the three, and 81% from the free throw. And he averages 6 free throw attempts a game, so he actually can get to the line. I wanted to include that because he is very much known as a scorer. He is a sniper. He's a yaka, one of those. Like, especially at his size, 6'6". I believe he'll rise to this spot because especially if Memphis get him, I really hope Memphis get him because he's a sniper and he's a very good off-ball player. I believe that'll work well in that offense with Ja, especially building around him. He's a very young player. He has a nice handle. He can attack the paint. He's a spot-up shooter. He can shoot off the catch, shoot off the dribble. He's a shooter, like he's a sniper. I don't know if I can stress that enough. Like I said, he's shooting 40% from the three and 81% from the free throw. As I told y'all earlier, free throw percent, I like to take that as a good highlight of what their game is going to translate into the next level in as far as shooting wise. He has a nice driving layup. He will, like I said, attack the rim. We get some paint presence. That's why he draws those fouls because he actually tries to drive. Has a lot of skill. Has a nice mid-range game. Nice footwork. He's quick, creates space with his size. Court vision, looks for open teammates. He's a very nice all around player. Good footwork on defense. I believe he just can be a good, especially with his size. He could be a nice 3-and-D wing for Memphis. More than just 3-and-3 wing. I believe he can provide that defense, especially with Said Coward. That would be a nice tandem with Ja. That size, both of them being about 6'6". He's a good scorer. Um, his highlights game high is 46 points. He has a high game high of 8 rebounds, game high of 10 assists. He scored 20 plus points 9 times. And a career high, 3 steals and also 2 blocks in the game. So, like I said, he's a very versatile player on both sides of the ball. 6'6", I believe, especially if he continues to grow on the defensive end and use his size and his skill, probably put on a little bit more weight and just, to, like I said, because he's faster than most bigs and wings, a little bit faster, a little bit more shiftier than the wings his size that'll probably be guarding him. Like if you try to put a forward on him, but then you put a guard on him, use it off his size alone, like being 6'6", he can get around him. And that's kind of like the guard that we are starting to see in the NBA, especially with this draft. You have a lot of this where you get into actually those list of guards. You have a good about 4 or 5 guards in that area, about a good about, yeah, like I said, 4 or 5 guards, about 6'5", 6'4", 6'6". Not more than just a combo guard. Like they are, I believe, going to be elite talents at the next level. But I just want to get into it. I believe Keaton Wagler be a nice pick, especially like I said for Memphis, just being a good off-ball player, being an off-ball presence, losing the Desmond Bain. I believe he'll be a nice insert, especially being 6'6". Like I can't stress that enough. Being a 6'6" guard, being a 2 guard, I believe he's just gonna be. I believe he's a sleeper, honestly. Especially even if I do have him this high, I believe he's still a sleeper. I just hope his game continues to develop at the next level. If you haven't checked out his game, go check him out. He plays for Illinois. You can see right here on the screen, where the school he go to. But yeah, Keaton Wagler has a nice game. He's not afraid. Like he has a high motor. He's just a cool kid. I believe he's gonna be a good player at the next level. Honestly. Next on my big board, because I know I got go back some. This next player I want to talk about is very special. I like Kingston Fleming. Uh, he's he's gonna be he's gonna be one of them ones. Honestly, that's what I feel like. When I say one of them ones, I mean like he's gonna have big fan base like LaMelo. Like he's gonna have a strong following. He plays for University of Houston. He's their freshman. He's the first freshman in Houston history to be an All-American. His game highs of 42 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 8 steals, 2 blocks, scored 20 plus points 10 times in his collegiate career. He's 190, 6'4", averages 17 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. 48% from the field goal, 39% from the three. And I don't know why I don't have his free throw shooting up here. Like I'm mad. I usually add that in my stats, but he's averaging 1.6 steals. Really rounded up averaging 2 steals. Really Kingston Fleming. He is a nice guard. Nice size, 6'4". I believe he's a point, but he can play too. He can be the 2 also because he has a nice off the ball game. He has a catch and shoot game. He can shoot off the dribble. He has a nice handle. It's smooth, very smooth, and he uses his speed with it. He's very quick. Attacks the rim off the dribble. Has a nice mid range game. Just stop and go. Court vision. He's a dimer, very good dimer. Like I said, I believe he's point guard. He's very good at setting his teammates up, looking for the open teammate, actually putting them in good position to score. He's an athlete. He's athletic. Can play through contact even for his size. So that's good to see, especially for guards. And when like I said, he's 190 and he's 6'4", and with that lighter frame, it's good. You want to see them being able to attack the paint and not get bumped around a little bit, of course, and being able to play through that. So he's gritty. Um, Active on defense. He has active hands on defense, so he's not just a one-sided player on one side of the ball. And especially, if you know anything about college, Houston like to have players like that. Um, Active on defense. Like I said, he's fast, operates pick and roll well, explosive. He's a very good transition scorer and operator, decision maker. Active on defense. I put that on here twice. It's crazy. So, like, I really hope that translates to the next level. But yeah, that just goes to show that like him on defense, like he really can be a special talent. So I got him going to who did I have him going to? See now. Get the notes out. I don't even think I see it at this point. The Mavericks. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Kingston Fleming's going to the Mavericks. With them having Cooper Flag, this would be the perfect pick for them. Like this would be the franchise point guard of the future. I know that they have Kyrie Irving, and this is why I believe they should get him, especially still having Kyrie on the roster. That'll be a great vet for him to learn from, especially handles decision, like just overall leadership wise. Kyrie is a great basketball mind, one of the greatest minds in basketball history that we have ever seen, that I have ever seen. He has the greatest bag that I have ever seen in basketball history, like the greatest handles. Like that's why I keep comparing people handles to him. He has those like elite level, all tier, like boss level, in final will kill you. Just the hardest level on the game. Rage bait, make you punch a hole in the wall, make your mama put you out, make your girlfriend look at you stupid. This is him. This is him, y'all. Like, sorry, but yeah, y'all know exactly what I mean. Like Kyrie is one of the ones. So just to learn from him, like I believe, yeah, like for sure. Kingston Fleming, especially the type of dog that I know he is, the type of swagger, the type of aura that I know he's gonna bring to the next level, is most definitely nice to learn from Kyrie Irving. But he also has a dog over there with him that will be the franchise player over there for the team. Like I said, he will be the franchise point guard. Not taking that from him, but Cooper Flag will be the franchise player. But he might have a run for his money if this young man still comes to the next level and perform like I think he go perform. Like I just listed those stats and just told y'all, like he can score. He's a great scorer, but I believe that this is the perfect pick for the Mavs because he also is a great decision maker. He's also a good playmaker, and he will be good for that team to set Cooper Flag up, put him in the right position. They already have a nice roster. They have plenty of players. I don't know how long PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford will be there, but having lob threats like those still on the roster with Cooper and with Kyrie being the sniper, both being able to play off ball, playing off each other, I just believe that'll be great. And they gave Cooper some run at the point last year to learn, but I believe this will alleviate some of that pressure off him so he won't feel like he have to be the point guard for the Mavericks, so he won't have to handle the ball as much, especially picking up a player like this. The way Dallas is looking, they will pick up one of these young point guards. Like I don't think it's a question about it, especially the way they are in the rankings. It's so many that I don't think like they will get around just getting a young guard that they needed. They really do. I believe Kingston Fleming is the perfect one for them. Like I said, pairing him with Cooper, they also have Max Christie over there to go with their lineup. He's a nice sniper. I just believe this is just a perfect fit for both teams. He operates the pick and roll well. They still have Lively over there. He's still a lob threat. He's a fast paced scorer. Really reminds me a lot of Halliburton. This is just my opinion. Just more athletic, maybe. Next on the list, we have the Wizards, and I have them. And this one is kind of strange because I know they just got Trey last year, Trey Young, and they had drafted who was that draft pick last year? I want to say it's Trey Johnson too. Let me be sure though. I just want to be surgical. Y'all know. I believe it is Trey Johnson though. No, the Wizards have been in the news a lot lately. I know with the Bam game, we talked about that last episode, and it's just like everybody they saying, yeah, I was right. Yeah, most definitely. Basketball advice. Trey Johnson was the draft pick last year. He's also a guard, about the same 6'5". So this would be a tough pick. I don't know why would they double up. Um, but still, Mikael Brown probably would be the next level of talent, the next best available at this point in the draft. But we just gonna get into it. We'll let it sort itself out when it get there. But this is the next talent. Mikael Brown, he is a nice player. Honestly, I like watching him play. I like watching his highlights. I like watching him hoop. I'm sorry if y'all was having technical difficulties. Y'all better hear me. Get a mic stand soon. But who was on? Mikael Brown. There's a lot of good players in this draft, especially guards. Like I said, I did a lot of research. I enjoy watching this film. Like these folks hooping. Like I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We got some people. We got some people coming. Like we got a lot of talent. Bron leaving soon. Spencer gonna be leaving soon. So we deserve to see some people coming in the NBA other than the ones we've been seeing and just take over because why not, man? It's time. It's that time. Time for the young folks to shine. Time for the old heads to move out the way. Time to get it popping. Y'all know what's going on. If you ain't think that it was ever time for you to do whatever the thing that you know that you supposed to be doing, but you scared of doing, but you need to do it now because this is on the proving. I'm doing it right now. So this that time, and especially watching this video now. We're a little bit off topic, but this exactly that's what I was just telling you. This the time. This how you know. This how you supposed to know. Just get to it. Lock in. Anyway, back to Mikael Brown. He plays for Louisville. He's a 6'5" guard, 190 pounds. He averages 18 points a game, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.2 steals, 41% from the field goal, 34% from the three, and 84% from the free throw. I said he was the next best available, but I'll be wrong. Um, he is a very good player, but I just don't think they'll get Darius Acuff at this position. I mean, even though he is a guard too, Darius is a little bit smaller than Mikael, and I just don't see them getting two small guards over there. Already having Trey Young, and he's small enough. Trey Johnson does have but he's about 6'5", so he does have some size to him. But I just don't see them pairing two small guards with that. It's like I don't know, but would be another guard. This would be similar to what San Antonio has with Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle and De'Aaron Fox. So it might work, especially since these players he be young. So we'll see. But Mikael Brown, like I said, is averaging 18 on 41, 34, 84 splits. He's all ACC, has game high of 45 points. He 5 rebounds, 9 assists. He scored 20 plus points 10 times. Good field goal percentage on the 45-point game too. 60, 61, 100 splits. So yeah, he can show, like, even though right now 41, 34, looking at those, I'm not too enthused. I'm not too overwhelmed by it. Like I see it, like okay, cool, but it's a little on kind of on the inefficient end for me, but he does have some efficient games. Like it's just he's a volume scorer. So those games where he doesn't have it going and he's steady, trying, he's steady, because he's a dog, he's gonna try to still put it in the hoop and he just doesn't have it. And that really impacts this. Hopefully he translates to the next level, learn how to be a better, like more not better, but better and more consistent scorer at the next level, because this is what's gonna help his game translate. Really, this is gonna help him keep him in the rotation. This is what's gonna help him go from just kind of raw prospect to one of those players that could be a perennial all-star in the future. Uh, he's shifty, quick, has nice court vision, pick and roll operator. He's a dimer. He's athletic. He has handles. Um, his IQ, ability to break down the defense, pull up jumper, off the dribble. He can shoot from deep. Driving layups, finesse finisher, nice touch around the rim, and has flashes of explosion. He's an athlete. Um, Really kind of hard to compare his game. I seen flashes of a lot of player. Um, I don't want to say. Kind of remind me of the teammate he probably finna be with Trey Young sometimes, especially how he gets to the rim and uses his layup packages and like floater game. But I believe he's gonna be a nice talent at the next level. Honestly, like I like Mikael. I believe he's gonna be a good pick next to Trey Young in Washington. I don't know what they're gonna do, honestly, with that, but it'd be nice to see him, especially. They need some more talent over there. Next up that we have in this upcoming, mock draft of mine is the Bucks. And this player that I want to talk about for them, I really hope that they do get. Honestly, I know people seeing this, they know the draft, like why the that he got Darius a cuff dropping to number 8. Um, because I want him to go to the Bucks, y'all. And the other players are a little bit taller. And you know how the NBA are just biased on that alone. Darius a cuff has shown that, spite size, that his game translates to more and that he is a dog and he go put that ball in the hoop. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cap. Like, for people who don't know, there's a Cuff plays for the Arkansas, the Razorbacks, and that is the team that John Calipari coached. John Calipari coached the University of Kentucky. Um, Wildcats. You know who John Calipari is. He also coached the Memphis Tigers. He's responsible for players like Derrick Rose, John Wall, Marcus Cousins, Anthony Davis, Devin Booker, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, De'Aaron Fox, Kemba Walker, and the list goes on. So in that list of long and very notable and should I just said cold, very cold, get on your ass, put the ball in the hoop. He one of them ones. Hey, it ain't no question about it. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander went there too. I don't know if I said that. But yeah, there is them. I ain't gonna cap. He gonna be one of the ones. I actually like his game. So I said, Caleb Wilson, one of my favorite players. If next up after that probably be him. I like Keaton Wagner too, but Darius, like watching his game, it's just polarizing. I believe he's gonna be one of them faces of the league. I won't say he's gonna be the face of the league, but he does have the potential. But he is just how good his game is. If y'all haven't watched him, I advise y'all going to catch some games. Like I said, I wish I could pull up, but y'all seem to be having technical difficulties. But I just wanted to give y'all this draft video because I believe it's just a lot of gems up in here. Darius a cuff. It's very, very nice. Like I said, he's playing with John Calipari, and John Calipari has a long history of producing NBA high level talent, especially elite guards for the NBA. And I believe he's just going to be next in the long line of those. His recent game had 24 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 for 5 free throw shooting. And I think it was a win versus Ole Miss. He's averaging 23 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists as a freshman. Let me go back again one more time because I know a lot of people been glazing the first 3 that I know Darren and Darren, Cam, and AJ, of course, they deserve their flowers. But I believe just because this guy is 6'3", he's not getting as much attention as the other periods. Honestly, if he was probably like 2 inches taller, he most definitely be in considerations for the third, fourth spot. But he's averaging 23 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, on 49% field goal percentage, 44% from the 3. Yes, 44% from the 3. I just wanted to get in the microphone, so yeah, I wanted to make sure y'all hear me. He's shooting 44% from the 3, averaging 23 points in college as a freshman in D1. And he's playing good talent. Game highs 49 points, 37 points. He scored 31 points 2 times, a game highs of 6 rebounds, 13 assists, which he's done 2 times, 4 steals he's done a couple of times. He He has scored. He has scored 20 plus points over 22 times. 22 times. He has scored over 20 some points over 22 times. 20 plus points 22 times. I know it makes sense, of course. Yeah, he's averaging 23 points a game, but yes, that's what I'm saying. He's doing it consistently. 22 times, actually. He's averaged 10 plus assists 5 times. So he is a pretty much a double-double guy. Um, he's SEC player of the year, SEC freshman of the year, SEC first team. He has a nice jumper. Like I said, he's shooting 44% from the three. He can shoot off the dribble. He can catch it to shoot. He can pull up. He has a nice, very nice floater. Mid-range game, court vision. He's a dimer, pick and roll operator. He's a maestro. Stop and go, like quick speed. Very fast. Has a nice handle, break you down. And he is going towards the Kyrie scale. Gets to the rim, knows how to break down the defense. Fast break starter, fast break operator. Can handle the ball. Can handle contact. I mean, of course he can handle the ball. If I added that again, it just mean yeah, he can. He know what to do with the rock. But for real though, he can handle contact. And like I said, when I put that in there, that mean I've seen him enough against bigger defenders going towards the rim and actually putting the ball in the paint, still getting the bucket off and getting and ones, especially for his size. Like I said, he's 6'3", but he's still getting to the rim. Honestly, remind me of Dane. Honestly, like you just gotta watch his game. You will not be disappointed. There's a cuff is a walking highlight. He can get his jumper off against bigger defenders, and I put that in there off after can handle contact. So that means like he knows that he's small. So that means you finna get all this, every bit of his 6'3", like Jalen Brunson to give it to you. Yeah, he put me in. He reminds you of that too, but he's just a little bit more athletic than Brunson. I give him that. He defends. He's active on defense, and he's a tip 6 threes a game. So on 44%, he's actually not just 2-3. He's actually shooting. So I believe, like I said, if he was a little bit taller, he would be higher in this draft. But going to the Bucks, come on now. After I just named all that, y'all, this player I just named. Come on now, all these stats I just gave y'all. How many times I said he scored 20 plus points? 22 times, cuz. 10, he a double machine, fool. Like almost, you know what I'm saying? He handling this joint. He dishing the rock. I just had to break it down to y'all because he just like, why wouldn't you put that with Giannis? You feel what I'm saying? This is a starter. This is an all-star right here. Like, come on, man. You know, there's a cup 1-on-1. I just told y'all what school he came from. Why wouldn't y'all let Giannis get that? Come on, man. Like I said, give me that. Give me that. Y'all. Because, give me that. Yo. What you say? You see somebody with a girl out, she got a fat ass. He don't know what to do that. Give me that. Yo, this young. Give me that. Give me that. Yo. Come on now. I don't know why you wouldn't put him with him, fool. It's just like that pick and roll. That, like I said, he's a pick and roll operator. He's a fast break operator. He's a fast break starter. Put him with Giannis. Come on now. Watch them play off each other. Giannis, here you go. No, you get it. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, I said can't wait to see it, y'all. Hey, good. Look, I'm telling you. Next weekend we gonna keep it rolling. Pelicans. I believe the Hawks get their pick. Next up, I got my boy Braden Burris. I know a lot of people probably don't know him. They probably do. I don't want to disrespect him because he playing for Arizona. I believe they're the number one seed right now. Especially the number one seed in the West right now. His recent game he had 21 points a game. I mean, his recent game he played, he had 21 points in that game. He had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 60% from the field goal, 40% from the 3, and 100% from the free throw. He shot 7 free throws in that game. It was a win versus Houston, which is a very good team. Actually, Kingston Fleming team. When I just told y'all about, he's a higher guard in this draft, higher ranked guard in this draft. But Braden Berry plays for Arizona, like I said. He's 205 pounds. He's 6'4". He's averaging 16 points a game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 49% from the field goal, 37% from the 3, 80% from the free throw. And like I said, I'm not sure how many people really just paying attention to him, but Braden Berries is a very nice talent. Um, he has game highs of 31 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 blocks. Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, and 5 steals. He scored 20 plus points 13 times. So yes, he can put the ball in the hoop. He can score on the occasion that is warranted. That's what the team wants. That's what the team needs. He can go off for those nights. Like I said, he did that 30 times, scoring 20 plus points a game in his collegiate career. He has nice footwork. He's an off ball scorer. Like I said, probably gonna be a 2 in the league, most definitely. Especially for the Hawks. He can play make, but with the Hawks going into a different direction, especially I would call it this a mini rebuild, moving on from Trey Young this season and probably focusing it on Jalen Johnson. Well, pretty much focusing on Jalen Johnson right now, being their franchise player. And he's a playmaker in his own right, averaging about 8 assists a game a night. Jalen Johnson is having a player like Braden Berries, especially with you not knowing what you're gonna get out of your first round pick, Zachary Richardson, having him on the wing, especially being I wouldn't say so much as a sniper, which he's a sniper. I wouldn't say, like he doesn't have the highest 3 point percentage, but he will, I believe, translate to be well of an above average 3 point shooter at the next level. I believe his game will translate because he has a shot. He can shoot the three. He's like he is a sniper. I'm just gonna say it. He's a sniper. But he has more than that. He's a nice footwork. Like I said, he plays off the ball. Has a nice handle, nice touch around the rim. Have active hands on the defense. Has a nice pull up jumper off the catch, off the dribble. Plays through contact. He has very good skill at speed at driving layups. Nice decision making. Plays bigger than he is. Splits double teams. Flashes of athleticism. He's a pick and pop player. Um, I believe he has a nice all around game. I really can't wait to see it translate to the next level, especially at the Hawks. Like I said, I believe he'll be a nice player in that court with them. Been a nice player. Can put you in the mind of I won't say Clay Thompson, but just I don't know who his comp would be, honestly. But if you haven't watched his highlights, like I would strongly recommend you that you do. Braden Berries is he's a very unique talent. Like I said, his team number one. He's actually playing with another player in his lottery. I believe just Court Pete teammate. But like I said, yeah, just check him out. Braden Berries, very nice athlete. I believe he has potential to be honestly very special at the next level. He has nice size. Like I said, he plays bigger than he is. He plays through contact. He's not just a shooter. And he has nice touch around the rim. Hopefully, the game translates and he can be all that and more. His next player was one of my favorite players to watch. Honestly, he's a second year player coming out of Alabama. LeBaron Fallon Jr. Like I said, he's a sophomore. He's 6'4", 185 pounds. A little smaller than a Braden Berries that I just listed. Like I said, they just put you. This I'm glad that he came after him, like right after, because they're the same height. But Berries is a 205 pound. Like this, that goes to show that he plays. Like I said, more physical. Honestly, probably like a Desmond Bain put you in the mind of, which is more athletic. He's more athletic than Desmond, but can do pretty much more kind of the same things for your offense. Which is next player that on the screen right now, LeBaron Fallon. He's different than that. Being a little bit smaller, so he knows how to use his weight. Know how to use that to his advantage. He's 185 pounds. Like I said, he's 6'4", so he's not just a small guard. Even though weight wise, he has a lighter frame. He's averaging 22 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 50% from the field goal, 40% from the three, 79% from the free throw. His last game was against Ole Miss, lost by one. He had 28 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 56% from the field goal, 71% from the three, and 83% from the free throw. So he had a nice game. He went off, and there was still in there was March Madness for the season. First year at Alabama. He did average double digits as well, but he doubled his scoring average this year from last year. Last year he averaged 11 points a game, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.4 steals, 45%, 31, 77 splits. But this year, like I said, he's averaging 22 points a game. Like I said, he doubled his average last year. Points scored, 22 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 5 assists. So he actually is a nice player. I believe he's gonna be point guard at the next level. I liked what I seen from him playmaking wise, but he can play off the ball. He scored 20 plus points 19 times. He has scored 20 plus points 19 times this year in his collegiate career. He has a game high of 32 points this year, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and 4 steals. He has a nice handle. His handle is very aggressive. His handle is very aggressive. His handle is very aggressive. He has speed, stop and go, step back jumper. He's very shifty. He's a mid range player. He can get a shot off there. He's a catch and shoot player. Can play through contact even for his small size. Like I said, I had to see it a couple of times to put it on here, and I like to see that. I mean, he's not just weak. You know what I mean? He will attack. You know what I'm saying? He's a dog. He's very skilled. He gets to the rim, has nice touch around the rim, has a very nice drive layup, floater, footwork, euro, fade away, active hands on defense, and can orchestrate the offense. He has a bag. Reminds me of, honestly, I'm gonna say, it reminds me of James Harden. And especially if you see his step back and how much he used that motherfucker, you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, 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 yeah. James, if he had a beard, yeah, it'd be yours. But for sure. That man, he very hooping. I ain't gonna cap. Like I said, I put on here as one of his he has a bag. Has a bag. So yeah, watch them highlights. You gonna be like, damn, for sure. And I got him going to who are we on right now? Oh, the Jazz. Number 10 to the Jazz. Jazz will draft LeBaron Fallon from Alabama. That'll be a nice pick. Honestly, with Keontae George having his year this year where he just flourished and took this next leap. They just drafted. I mean, yeah, they drafted Amari Bailey. They have marketing over there. They have Jaren Jackson, Walker Kessler. They have a nice team over there, relatively young as well. I believe they have Fallon coming off the bench, but he would be the nice two guard for them. I believe, especially next to Keontae George, they can play well off each other, feeding each other, playing off each other. Both can being able to play off the ball, especially with the bigs that they have. It's just he can set Fallon, like I said, he has a nice court vision as well. But he's not just offensive player. He has active hands on defense. Like I said, he steals, averages about 1.1 steals a game. He in the passing lane a lot. He averaged 1.4 steals his first year. So, like I said, it seems to be a consistent thing for him. Hopefully, it translates to the next level. I really wish it does because we need more defense in this league. Last video is this like the most offensively gifted league era of basketball that we have ever seen. I believe it is. And the players that I'm naming just proves that because all these people, like, we on number 10 right now. This guy is averaging 23 points a game, the 10 pick. I mean, he's averaging 22 points a game, the 10 pick, and that's just crazy. The 10th pick it is, and he's 6'4", so it's not like he is a second year player. But the NBA has been seeing an uptick of drafting players that been staying more than 1 year, and it has been panning out. Hopefully, it does the same for this guy because I actually love watching his highlights. Like I said, he has a bag. Next up, I got we're out of the guard phase. Finally, we just went from 5 to 10 with straight guards, I believe. I told you about a good 4 or 5 of them. They all good too. Very good. Very good. After I just named them for y'all should honestly see what I'm saying. But at 11, we have the Hornets drafting Nate Ament from Tennessee. In his last game, well, let me just tell you about Nate. I had high hopes for him coming in. Yes, yes, yes. What I tell y'all about temperamenting those expectations, leveling those expectations. It's not to say that he's a bad player, not by any regard, not at all. It's very actually good. Kind of reminds me of Giannis with a little more of a jumper, not that much more, but a little bit more of a jumper. The thing with him is I don't know, he's very streaky. He has games where he looks like, man, how is he not the number one pick? And then he has those games where you're like, hmm. But just to describe exactly what I'm saying, let's tell you his last game stats. Especially this was still just the other night versus Vanderbilt, in which they lost for the seeding games for March Madness and the bracketing. And he had 12 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Okay. Here's the bad part. Okay. 12 points on 1 for 13 shooting. He shot 7%, 8% from the field. My bad. Give you that gang. We still rounding up. He shot 8% from the field in March Madness. He shot 8% on 12 points on 8%. 1 for 13 shooting. Yep. 0 for 5 from the three. He made his points from the free throw line, 10 for 12. So yeah, he made one basket, made 10 free throws. He still got 11 rebounds. Yeah. 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 But yeah, he 207 pounds, 6'10". Like I said, he's gonna be most likely a power forward. He's number 2 ranked power forward in college behind Caleb Williams, I believe. Not Caleb Williams. He played that boy played for the Bears. Caleb Wilson, I mean. But yeah, he's averaging 18 points a game, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.5 steals, 40% from the field, 33% from the three, and 79% from the free throw. He averages 7.5 free throw attempts a game. So he gets to the line at a considerable rate because actually he is a paint player. He takes the post. Like I said, he shows me flashes of Giannis, so that is expected. He has game highs of 29 points, which he did 3 times, 11 rebounds, which he did 5 times, 3 blocks, and 4 steals, and 5 assists. He has scored, okay, yeah, he has scored 20 plus 11 times. So he can score, like I said. He's not just not just one-sided. He's a versatile guy. He can put the ball in the hoop. Like I said, he's not disappointing. It's just some nights he just has very, very off nights, and it may translate for a game or two. Um in the Auburn game, he had 27 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks, 1 steal on 47% from the field goal, 67% from the three, 70% from the free throw. He's SEC freshman all week, like once or twice. He can hit an open three, can shoot off the catch. I've seen that a couple times. He's a driving dunker mostly. He's a physical player. Plays through contact, flashes of shooting off the dribble. Most likely, mainly a paint scorer. He can play off the ball. Nice touch around the rim. Honestly, not an elite handler by any regard. He he's not like he probably have to develop that, kind of like what Jason Kidd did with Giannis, having him be more comfortable with the ball in his hands and get more familiar with it. Because he probably next level would be a turnover machine. I don't see those. He's not breaking down any defenses. I'm gonna say that much. Like it's not just not just asking you to give him the ball leader. He's not just sitting in one spot, but like pass it to me. No, a little bit more than that, but not much more than that. Like I said, nice touch around the rim. He's a fast break scorer, gets fouls, so he gets to the rim. Like I said, he's explosive. He has nice footwork. He's a physical player again. He can find his open teammate with his size. He looks up. He keeps his eyes open. His head up. He's a high flyer. Good feet on defense and size, switchability. But that's where it kind of it's like the same because he can switch on defense. I believe like he can guard guards, of course, but I believe he would have trouble guarding bigger centers. That's where he would faster guards. Um, but he has good feet on defense to stay with them. Honestly, with his size and his wingspan, it would be a problem if he continues to progress those skills, especially defensively. He'll be a nice player at the next level. Impact because he does more than just one thing. He tries to impact the game in a lot of other levels. Like I said, even if his shot wasn't going, like in this game, 1 for 13, he still got you 11 rebounds, and that's good for your team. He was getting offensive rebounds as well, so the team still needs that. Even if he not hasn't does not have his shot going, he still knows how to affect the game in positive ways. And that's like what I like to see out of this player. He is a nice athlete. Like I said, he shows me flashes, to be honest. Hopefully he can get there one day. But like at this point in the draft, you're gonna see a lot of players where the flaws are a little bit more glaring than the other players who are higher up. Like the players who are higher up, like mostly like their sizes or they have some weaknesses, of course, but they're not as just highlighted at these as these are. That's why these players kind of fall this to this point in the draft. Like I said, he's number 11 right now, so it's not a bad thing at all. By any regard, he's still a lottery pick. It's just that he has a lot to work on going into the future, but he's still a good player. I believe it's going to be a good pick. I believe he's going to have a good talent. I believe the Hornets really going to benefit from that because he has players where his defects in his game really that they do well, so they complement each other. With LaMelo being a playmaker, getting his guys open, having a live threat like Nate would really be helpful for their team, especially him being a switchable and tall defender. Right now they have Bridges at that spot, and he's like 6'7", which is not a bad thing. He's still switchable as well, but he adds a lot of a little bit more size, a little bit more versatility to their lineup, which they need. With they play Napel. They have players like that. He's a elite 3-point shooter, and Brandon Miller, elite 3-point shooter, LaMelo Ball. He can shoot the ball as well. So he really wouldn't be asked to do that as much over there. Having to play, even if he develops into 50, 75% of Giannis Antetokounmpo with that team, is very dangerous. So like, especially having the back end, they have a nice center over there as well. So I believe this would be, especially with the young core flourishing and growing, this would be a nice piece to add on to them. I believe he'll be a nice addition to their roster. Next, we have Court Pete. I believe he's going number 12 to the Hawks. That would be their pick, their actual pick from them, not the Pelicans picks with which they traded for last year in that Derek Queen trade. But Court Pete plays for Arizona. Let me see. No, yeah, I seen a couple times flash on screen. I look for somebody else. But Coy P plays for Arizona, like I said. I believe he's going number 12 to the Hawks. Coy P is he's gonna be a forward in his draft. Probably it's kind of hard when I get into it, you'll understand what I mean. I believe he's gonna be a power forward, honestly. But with him being 6'8", he's gonna be kind of undersized. He does have the weight. He's 235 pounds. He's averaging 13 points a game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists on 54% from the field, 31% from the three, and 59 from the free throw. And that's what I didn't like to see. Because I like to look at free throw shooting and see how the game might translate to the next level. And his free throw shooting is not very high, even though he would be the type of player, since he tries to go downhill, that we get a lot of contact. Downhill player, you want to be able to at least put the ball in the basket when it's free for you and you don't have any defenders. That'll really help your team out a lot. So his last game, he had 21 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, 46% field goal, 0% from the three, 63% from the free throw. Like so, he still impact the game and not being able to shoot the three, but they won. He's like I said, his game high first game it was his first game. He scored 30 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block, 3 steals. His game high in rebounding is 14, 5 assists, which was the first game, 3 rebounds and 3 steals. He's a physical player. Like I said, he's a primarily a paint scorer and a rebounder. He's a versatile defender. Doesn't block. Not a elite shot blocker. He has good touch around the rim though, but like I said, he's undersized for the forward position. Needs to improve jumper, athletic. He has a very high motor. He's strong. When you look at comps, he has flashes of they say Paul Millsap puts you in the mind of Aaron Gordon and Carlos Boozer. I believe those are decent comps. Like they're saying, he's a jumper. He can defend. Nice size. If he improves his three, like I said, I can very much see him being like an Aaron Gordon at the next level or Paul Millsap because as their careers progress, both of those players actually learned how to shoot better. But he is an all around player, more of an all around player. Since he's not a scorer, he tries to affect the game in other ways. He's going to be primarily probably a defender and a screener, and probably a guy that just moves off the ball well, tries to get those backdoor cuts, try to get to the basket, try to be a lob threat. Just try to help the offense out like that. Really a good glue guy. Like I was saying, especially in this point of the draft, we're getting more into like role players or elite role players, not those guys that's going to be a franchise guy, but good guys that you can find that's going to still help your team win and succeed. That maybe one day that you can hit and they would become some more than that and succeed because we have seen guys. Kobe was like 13 pick in the draft, so we have seen guys slide this low and still be impactful talents and have all the fame careers. I mean, Nikola Jokic was he was in the second round pick during a Taco Bell commercial. And he's the greatest, one of the greatest centers of all time. I don't know what people how they feel about that, but honestly, this is just a true statement. He is one of the greatest centers of all time. He could be arguably the best, depending on how you feel, what day it is. But yeah, he's very good. I wouldn't say that just yet because Kareem still has 6 rings and he's still dominant. He's still second time all time scoring. So he still has his MVPs as well. So Jokic has little catching up to do in that regard, but everything else, all due respect. Like he is cold. He's a bad motherfucker. Excuse my French, but Coy Pete, like I said, nice player. More of a role player caliber player to me. Next up, we have the 13th pick in the draft, and I got your boy Isaiah Evans. He's another sophomore. He plays for Duke. Last year, he played with Cooper Flag. He was touted to be like a top 5 prospect. Coming out of high school, he has a lot of talent. His last game, he had 20 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist on 43% field goal, 50% from the three, and 100% from the free throw. He's 180 pounds with slimmer frame, but he's 6'6", taller guy. He's going to be more of a wing. He's averaging 15 points a game. 15 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 1.4 assists. About 0.7 steals, about 0.8 blocks. 42, 36, 86 splits. And like I said, their free throw shooting, I like to look at that as a good indicator what his shooting is going to be like at the next level. Sorry, y'all, my computer was going dead. But yeah, Isaiah Evans, like I said, shooting splits 43, 36, 86. Free throw shooting, I like to use that as an indicator for the next level. Like I said, he is a great shooter. Honestly, he's a very good shooter. I believe at the next level, he has high potential of being a good 3-and-D player. His game highs of 32 points. He has 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 blocks, 4 steals. He's average scored 23 plus points 8 times in this year of his collegiate career. Like I said, name of those. Like I said, he can do a little bit of everything. Defensive wise, like block with his size, be active in the passing lanes, getting steals. Uses. I would like to see him translate to the next level and use his footwork, use his size, skills, mobility, and be a presence on the wing as far as being a terror for the uh opposing offensive player. I really want to see a lot of these players come over and use this size and skill and be good defenders, like make the other guy work for it, because that's what the league needs. Now, I'm not gonna say you're gonna shut anybody down because it's really hard to do in today's game, but I just want to see them up like the one-on-ones. I want to see it. I want to really see y'all working bucket for bucket, like actually making each other earn these buckets and giving to each other. But he's a wing with nice size. He can be a good defender, switchable, can guard 1 through 3. He's an elite shooter, catch and shoot threat, spot up shooter, small weight, not a physical player at all. He has to work on that as well. Like I said, he has a smaller frame. He's 6'6", 180. He's smaller than some of the guards that are not before him weight wise, and that's the sort of the problem. If he works on that, getting a little bit stockier, getting a little stronger, being able to handle that contact as going to the rim, then he will be able to be a better player and flourish more. Right now, he's more of a 3-and-D guy, and that's why he has sunk so low in the draft. Even though he's still gonna be a lottery pick, I got him going to. I don't know if I named it all, but yeah, Clippers. I got him going to the Clippers. That'd be nice for the Clippers. Especially being a wing, they have Kawhi over there. Being able to learn anything from Kawhi, the tutelage that he has to offer would be amazing for this young player. They have Darius Garland over there. He's an elite playmaker. Be able to set him up, especially since he's a sniper. He's a nice catch and shoot guy. That'll be good for his career. Playing off a player like Benedict Mathurin and the wing position. They both like to do similar things. But Benedict more versatile offensive player, more of a deeper bag than Isaiah, especially at this levels in their careers. I believe that'll be nice for him to learn off of. I believe this would be a nice. I believe this would be a nice pick for the Clippers. My bad. But I don't even believe that this pick is going to the Clippers. I just did all that, and I believe this OKC pick, and it just changes the whole thing. If this guy goes to OKC, then he might just become very scary, especially the way that they train players, the way that they have them coming up in their system. They do a lot of good what's it called, player development over there, and I believe that's just gonna benefit him even more, especially coming from an organization like Duke and going to one like OKC. Yeah, fire. Next we have going to, I believe this is the end of the lottery. Let me see. Yes. Okay. It's the end of the lottery right here. Amari Allen. He's a freshman from Alabama. He's 6'8", 205 pounds. He's averaging 12 points a game, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.1 steals on 46% from the field goal, 37% from the three, 74% from the free throw. His last game, he had 5 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal on 25% field goals, 0% from the three, and 33% from the free throw. Um, yeah, his game high was 25 points. He has a game high of 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 blocks, 3 assists. He scored 20 plus points 3 times, but he scored 10 plus rebounds 9 times. So with Amari Allen, like I said, this part in the draft, especially with being the last lottery pick, I believe that he's gonna be with him being a freshman, he has nice size, especially being a wing player, 6'8", 205 pounds. I mean, he's gonna be, he's not so big that he has speed to him. But he's able to still have strength at the same time. He's in that nice range right there where he can be fast and still strong at the same time with that height weight differential. His size, he's gonna be able to be a nice defender at the next level, especially if he uses it right. Is nice rebounding. He's a very good high IQ player. I believe he's gonna be a nice glue guy. He has shown flashes of athleticism in the game. Has a nice jumper. Pretty consistent, except this last game. Keeps ball moving and finds the open man. Like I said, he's gonna be a nice glue guy. He gets rebounds. If he's not affecting the game, getting his shot off, then he can get rebounds and do other things to affect the game. And this part of the draft, this is what you're looking for: good role players to know how to do other things. Like I said, he has good defense. You know how to rebound. Be a great pick with him sliding to the Blazers at this pick. Just be nice because they have their scores. Damian Lillard will be coming back next year, hopefully from his issue with, I believe he tore his Achilles as well. He'll have Drew Holiday over there at the guard, Shaden Sharp. They already have Scoot Henderson. I'm not sure if Jeremy Grant will still be there, but they have Denny Avia and they have Donovan Clingan over there as their center. So they have a plethora of players over there on their roster already. I can't think of that. Who's that power forward right now? He's a nice player too. So on tip of my tongue, I just can't think of it. Very good defensive player. I believe Tamani Kamara. Yeah, Tamani. Pairing Tamani with Amari Allen, especially with Dame, it's probably what he's been missing his whole career. Some versatile wing players like that can just do more than not just waiting for you to give them their shot. They can get a shot off or do other have different aspects to their offensive bag where they just don't need you to set them up. Like some of the players that he has played with in the past, but they're not just this super uber athletic, super uber offensive player where they're just demanding the ball either. Like they can put the ball in the basket, but they do so much other things. Like they can switch on defense and lock players down with something Dame can't do. And especially in this part of his career, it would really help him, especially look nice well with a player like Drew Holiday, who is a nice glue guy himself. He's a very nice help defender, and they already have a paint presence down there at low who's gonna clean up for them, who's gonna block shots, who's gonna get the rebound, who's gonna clean up possession. So I believe this guy, it just adds to that, especially if they want to contend and be a playoff contender. Hopefully, be a championship contender. We never know how the NBA is. It's wide open, especially with Dame coming back. I just believe this will be a nice pick for them. Okay, and now this part of the video, so that we get along, I'm going to talk about the sleepers in the draft. I have 3 that I want to talk about. 2 of them are sophomores. One of them is a freshman. Number 1, I want to talk about Christian Anderson from Texas Tech. He's a 6'3" guard, 178 pounds. He's averaging 19 points a game, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. He has game highs of 25 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 blocks, 3 assists. He scored 20. I just wrong stats. Okay, Texas Tech. Oh yeah. Okay, he's averaging 19 points a game, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, on 48% from the field goal, 42% from the 3, 80% from the free throw, and 1.3 steals. He scored 20 plus points 11 times. So he is a scorer. He scored 20 plus points 11 times this year in his collegiate career. He has a game high of 34 points and 31 this year, 11 rebounds, 13 assists. He scored 10 plus assists 8 times. So he is a double-double guy, walking double-double almost, and 4 steals. So he's works on defense as well. Watching his stats, I really like watching him play. I'm not sure why he's not on more people boards. He could be higher, honestly, even though he is a sophomore, because I have a sophomore up there going lottery. So it really doesn't matter if you're a good player. Maybe because his size, he has a smaller frame, being 178, he's 6'3", but honestly, he knows how to put the ball in the hoop, and he knows how to set up his teammates. He's very unselfish. He's a high level 3-point shooter. Active hands on defense. He plays both sides of the ball. That'll be nice, helping him translate to the next level. He has nice, good help defense, saying he's not shutting people down, but he's I would say he has a nice basketball IQ. He knows court placement. He's reading plays, reading hands, and it's nice to see. And he operates the pick and roll well. I believe he'd be a nice sleeper pick for anybody, especially if all the people I just named are already off the board. If you're looking for a young guard that knows how to set up the offense, that knows how to get guys open, that's unselfish, that can stretch the floor and do a lot of things that your team needs to win, then this is your guy. I believe that he's really a nice sleeper. I'm not sure anybody really talking about Christian Anderson, but yeah, he plays for Texas Tech, and yeah, like I said, he's a sleeper. Uh, Next, I want to get into Cameron Carr, my next sleeper. He plays for Baylor. He's another year two guy. He's 6'5", 175 pounds. He averages 19 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.3 blocks, 1 steal, 51% from the field goal, 39% from the three, 80% from the free throw. His last game, he had 25 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 35% from the field goal, 35% from the three, 89% from the free throw. Game highs of 27 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 blocks, 3 steals. He scored 20 plus points 15 times. Yes, he scored 20 plus points 15 times this year. Off ball movement is very nice, very special to watch. Off ball catch and shoot, very good. Elite looking, strong finisher, and ability to be around the rim, lengthy and agile. He can do a lot of things, especially with his size. Like I said, he's gonna be an off the ball player. He's most likely a two. I believe he would be a very nice player for uh, any team, honestly, especially if you have a point guard that knows how to set people up, knows how to look for people, which is most teams in the NBA right now. Besides the Fury, and if you don't have him, then you have plenty coming in this draft right now. But this guy, he's a very good two. He's gonna be a very good two. He's gonna be a good two-way guy. Like I said, he's active on defense, lengthy, agile, very good off ball movement. I believe if he works on being a more active defensive presence, that'll get him a lot of presence on the court. But he does a lot. Like he plays bigger than his size. Some nights, I believe he's a very good sleeper. Honestly, one of my favorite picks in this draft. I hope he gets a very good home. Hopes he plays for a team that really and they would really be excited with this guy. I believe he's probably again like Christian Anderson, one of the more slept on players in this draft that really can put the ball in the hoop. Like I said, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.3 blocks, and 1 steal. So he's a very versatile guy. He can do more than one thing. Nice size. Again, like I feel he's a very good pick. He's a sleeper, honestly. Like I believe the Grizzlies have another pick coming out around this time in the draft, pick them up. Like I would be highly upset if they didn't pick him up. Like actually like Cameron Carr. If you haven't watched some of his highlights, if you don't know who he is, go out and check him out. Baylor actually plays good competition. He's a sophomore. That's probably why he fell so low. But honestly, not so low. Like I said, this is still mid first round, so he's still gonna be a first round pick. This is right outside the lottery. Who knows? He might rise up. You don't know how these tournament plays will go. So like I said, basketball 1 week can change the whole lifespan, legacy of a player. So, especially with this draft, what's it called? The combines still haven't even come up. It'd be a lot of rides then. Probably be one of them. But if you don't know, check out Cameron Carr. And if you didn't hear it first, know that you heard it here first. Cameron Carr from 3Ps in the Pod. Remember, we talked about Chris Anderson, especially this next guy. It's going to be the last guy we're going to talk about today before we wrap the video up. He is Hans Steinbeck. Hans Steinbeck. Sorry. He's another freshman. He plays for the Washington Huskies. I like Steinbeck. He reminds me of another pick that I used to like because I actually like to draft things. If you ask my friends, they'll be on here periodically as we get things going set up. But they'll tell you like, I love the draft. I love watching the prospects come in. That's why I wanted to do my research on this video because Of course, everybody talking about everybody at the top, and I want to talk about those players too because I've been watching them for a couple of years. Been watching the U19. I've been watching AJ Dybansta for a while before Cooper Flag reclassified. I know why Cooper Flag reclassified. You can see why Cooper Flag reclassified in this draft. It's a lot of talent. So, yeah, I know what's going on, but I just like I said, I just like watching these up and coming prospects and because it's like to see what they came from and see what they develop into the next level. Like the player that this player reminds me of when I was watching Walker Kessler at Auburn playing with Jabari Smith Jr., being a dominant player, blocking shots, rebounding, breaking records here and there, just being this dominant guy, and people being like, yeah, but this is college, it's not gonna be. You see in the NBA, he's still that same rebounding blocking shot guy, that paint presence, that amazing post player. And I was saying that he could be that in college. So I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. And I just feel like I just love seeing these players paying out. And not to say that I'm always right or every player I like pans out because I've had my Josh Jacksons and stuff like that. But I believe a lot of that has to do with off court issues. But anyway, we're not gonna get into that. Shout out to Josh Jackson. But let's give Haynes his just due. He's a freshman, like I said, from Washington. He's averaging let's get into his size. He's 6'11", like 250 pounds. He's averaging 19 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.2 blocks, 1.1 steal. His last game, he had 25 points, 16 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks, 1 steal. Number one in the rebounding in the country. He has game high as let me get into his field goal percentage. We'll go back some. Like I said, he's averaging 19 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.2 blocks, 1.1 steals, 58% field goal shooting. Like to see that as high field goal percent shooting from a big anywhere above the 50s, close to 60, 70 is very good. So that means he knows how to finish around the rim. So I mean he the shots that he are that means the shots that he is taking that he is making those as well. So that's very good to see. But he's also shooting 34% from the three. And it's very good to see from a big because it's in today's league that they want the bigs to be able to stretch the floor. And, I did my due diligence in that. I'm not gonna say like this guy is shooting like 4 threes a game. I believe he's only shooting like 3 point 2 3-point attempts a game. So yeah, so he's making 34% of those, which is not bad. It's kind of decent. Probably want to see it increase a little bit more than just 2 a game, but if it stays like that in the NBA, he can try to keep the defense on it, keeping it honest enough. So, but hopefully that can translate and that gets better at the next level. But that's why I like Hands. He's an interesting prospect. Like I said, he's a 6'11" guy. Shoot 58, 34, 76 splits. Like I said, 76 free throw. I like that as an indicator. So like hopefully that means that hopefully just free throw shooting translates to the next level. But he has game highs of 26 points, 24 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 blocks, 3 steals, and he scored 20 plus 16 times. Yes, so he's a scorer. He scored 20 plus 16 times. But this is what I like to see. And I want y'all to keep y'all ears open. This is why I be like, he's probably one of my favorite sleepers, especially at the center position. That's why I have in his the top 3 sleepers. He's scored 10 plus rebounds and 22 games. 10 plus rebounds in 22 games. So, like I said, he's a very good rebounder. Very good. He's number 1 in the country. So there's nothing to sneeze at. He's a freshman. He's doing this, and he's from Germany. So he has a nice IQ, has a nice good feel for the game, nice placement, idea of placement on the floor and where he needs to be. He's a very good rebounder. High energy, size, and it make him a very good rim protector. Even though he's not most athletic guy, like I said, his size, his length make him a good rim protector, good presence in the paint. Nice touch around the rim. He's strong, very physical. Put it in your chest. He's a very good high IQ guy. High motor, plays through contact, good positioning, good feet, good footwork. Limited lateral mobility, so he might get attacked and picked on and pick and roll, guarding smaller guys, which is expected. But he's a good screener, offensive rebounder as well, and he's not going to be able to, like I said, probably get attacked by smaller guards because his lateral mobility. But other than that, he's a pretty solid player, smart, knows what to do around the rim, knows how to affect the game in more than one way, knows how to use his size for good. Probably put you in the mind of Isaiah Hartenstein, which is not a bad thing. He just won a ring with OKC. You have seen Hart. I believe this would be a nice pickup for anybody. He's a sleeper, and those are my sleepers. And that'll be my video. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it. Remember to like, subscribe, keep on the lookout. This is Z to P. This is 3 Ps in the pod. And this is the mock draft. I'm putting it back up on the screen for a hot second before we get up at this joint. Like I said, yep, this is it right here. Watch this video or watch them highlights. Watch these players. They are very special. Like I said, this Z to P and you be easy. Oh my goodness, y'all.